Hello guys, I'm Kindness Salami, and today I'll be talking about the DAAD scholarship, and I'm talking about the DAAD scholarship, and basically I'll be talking about the following tabs. The DAAD-EPOS Scholarship, the benefits of the scholarship, the different required documents you need for the scholarship, some general overview about the different programs in the scholarship, and um, you can write your motivation letter and also your CV for the scholarship, specifically for this scholarship. So to start with, the DAAD-EPOS Scholarship. So basically, the objective of this scholarship, it's a development-oriented one, and with this scholarship, DAD tends to promote training of specialists from different and newly developed countries. And so, what they try to do with this scholarship is to get people from developing countries mostly, and trying to those that are still young, like young researchers, young experts in their field, and trying to bring them down to Germany and try to sponsor them to study a particular field of interest that is of interest to them. Also, they also use this scholarship to make them very close to industrial partners in their particular field, and by so doing they believe that if they are able to train people from developing countries and instill this knowledge in them, then they can go back to their own country and use this knowledge acquired from Germany to better life in their own country. So basically, like you have here, we have here that they do for both masters and PhD programs, and there are so many programs which you can apply for under this scholarship. And who can apply for the scholarship? It's basically for graduates with at least 2 years of professional work experience, and provided that you have at least 2 years of professional work experience, so you are eligible to apply it. And these are the list of countries that can apply. Yeah, you can find them. And just to tell you that all the tabs that I have here will definitely, all the documents will be all definitely be shared on the video description. You find them. So yeah, there's Rwanda, there's Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, you can definitely apply. People from Ghana can easily apply, and Ethiopia. Just most con- countries from sub-Saharan Africa can apply for this scholarship, and so you can always find this scholarship to apply for. So to the next, what can be funded in this program? There are so many courses that can be funded in this scholarship, and so some of these programs are here. You can see them here. If you are in the area of economic science, business administration, political economics, there's development corporations. You can see all the courses here: engineering and related sciences, if you're in the field of regional urban planning, a very lucrative field, and agriculture and forest sciences, natural and environmental sciences, medicine and public health, social sciences, and education and law, media studies. So if you happen to be in any of these fields, you can always check them up, and you always find something you can apply to. And I tell you, it's a very nice scholarship you definitely want to enjoy. Okay, what's the duration of the program? The program runs between 12 to 42 months, and this depends on the study program which you are in. And for masters, it's mostly for 2 years, and PhD can be up to 3 years. So masters program can be like a year, some might be about 22 months, and some might just be like 20 months. So it varies by program. And what's the value of the scholarship? The value of the scholarship, they said, depending on the academic level, monthly payments, you can get up to 861 euros as a master student every month, and about 1,200 euros as a doctoral candidate. But this is just like the least amount you can get from the scholarship. Like you can still get more in the aspect of um you can get some additional amount from probably your monthly rent subsidy if you happen to be if you happen to stay in an area or in a particular city that rent is very expensive, so you can get more payments. And also if you happen to live with your family, you can also get additional payment, whether your wife or your children, they also get payment from the scholarship at the end of every month. And there's also payment towards health, accident, and personal liability insurance are also covered. It's a fully funded program, so you can expect this. And your travel allowance, so you get travel allowance also, unless the expenses are covered by home country, you get travel allowance. Once you arrive here, they give you your travel allowance and other funds which you've covered before you arrived. So, and under certain circumstances, scholarship holder may receive following additional benefit, like I said earlier, monthly rent subsidy if you happen to pay more than 30% to 32% of your monthly stipend for rent. So you're entitled to get a monthly rent subsidy which you apply for. And also, as I also said earlier too, you can there's also monthly allowance for your accompanying members of your family. So this is one of the beautiful part of the scholarship, whereby you can travel with your children and also with your spouse. So selection of candidates. Just to tell you that selection of candidates for this scholarship is usually done by the institution, and the institution under the program, and they now forward the names of successful candidates to DAAD. Then DAAD now award the scholarship. So that's how the selection is. But and different university have their different selection criteria. As you can see here, candidates must fulfill necessary academic requirements, and they can be expected to successfully complete a study program here in Germany. And so you should have a good academic result as well. Candidates have a bachelor's degree, at least usually 4 years, as in many countries of the world. And also, you must have at least 2 years of professional work experience. This is non-negotiable. It's very important. It's one of the core aspects of the program. In your field, you must have at least 2 years of work experience, professional work experience, and usually post graduation. Also, candidate can prove their motivation in development related and be expected to take on social responsibility and initiate and support processes of change in their personal and professional environment after their training and scholarship. So they expect that after this program, you should be able to go back to your home country and implement the knowledge you've acquired in this field. So next is to quickly go through the different documents which you need, which are needed for the scholarship. So the required documents for the scholarship. First, you need a signed DAAD application form with current date, and this will be attached to the video description, which you definitely see. And also, you need personally signed CV. So you should use usually many institution here in Germany also accept the Europass format. It's the Europe standard. So use most institutions require you to use the Europass format to write your CV, which you can find the link here. Uh, and also you should sign and date your with the current date with for your CV. And I'll also attach the link to the CV in the video description. And thirdly, there's personally signed letter of motivation with reference to your current occupation and choice of the program. Maximum 2 pages. You don't want to write more than 2 pages. And you also note that you have to submit just one motivation letter, even though you're applying to up to 3 courses. You understand? So, and just to let you know too that you have the opportunity to apply to 3 courses, maximum of 3 courses. You can apply to more than 3 courses. You can just apply to maximum of 3 courses. And so to the next one, you have letter of your institution also require you to submit your letter of recommendation, and it should be from your current employer. Usually, um, sometimes you can be asked to submit up to 3 recommendation letter, and some institution require you to submit just 2 recommendation letters. So if you are in that case, just try to submit at least one from your institution, from your current employer, and you can take the second one from your probably your past professor or lecturer in the university. But if you've left university for quite some time, then you can just take the two from probably your supervisor or your manager at work. That's the recommendation letter. And you also need to note that the letter must be must be on a letterhead, must have a signature, and must have an official stamp, and must be of current date. And also, you're also required to submit a certificate of employment. This certificate of employment is one that shows that, oh, you've actually studied for up to 2 years, that you've actually worked for up to 2 years, and you have at least 2 years of professional work experience after your bachelor's degree at the time of application. So you can get this from HR department, usually from the HR, or probably from your manager of whichever company you're working with. So to the next one is the language, proof of language skills. For the proof of language skill, it varies by institution, I must say, because some accept TOEFL, some IELTS, some even accept a letter of English proficiency from your institution. So if you happen to be um, let's say from an English speaking country, then definitely you can request for letter of English proficiency. But mind you, you have to confirm with from the institution, from the university that you're applying to, if they we accept that in lieu of your TOEFL or IELTS results. So you need to confirm this. And copies of academic degrees, you need your academic degrees certificate, or probably your notification of results. You can use that as well in place of academic your certificates. But mind you, if you get the scholarship, you have to get you ensure that you get the certificate before you travel down to Germany, because during your admission completion processes, you will need to present those documents to the admission office of your institution. And lastly, you need copies of your academic transcripts, and this should include the grading scale of your institution. So you also need this. So to look at access to the next one now is I want to talk about the different programs under the scholarship, and how you can navigate your way around it. So the DAAD-related postgraduate courses consist of so many courses, which you can see here, and depending on your field of interest, you need to look carefully into each of these programs and to know which are the ones that you already have enough experience into, and your background also supports. So As you can see, we have the economic sciences, business administration, and political sciences. There are programs under MSc Development Economics, the Small Enterprise Promotion and Training except concept. So if you have a bachelor's degree in any of these three fields, then you can apply to the three courses here. And here you can see the institutions that are under the program. You can see they're all in English language. There, here you have the degree which you earn at the end of the program. You can see the degree, and there you have the duration of the program here. Like you see, this is for 17 months. This is for 24 months. That's 2 years. This is for 22 months. You can see the for those that will be applying for that scholarship, you can find the duration you need to submit your application. And also for the self-funding, self-financing students, you can also say so. Just to mention also that to get admission to many German institutions may not be very hard, but some countries have so much difficulty in getting visa, the student visa. So, but if you have a scholarship, it's so much very easy for you to get this student visa. So, I will always advise if you know you really want to come on time, then it's good you try to get one of all these scholarships so that you don't have so much delay with visa processes. And for the development economics, there are different programs under development or cooperation. So if you've studied anything related to development cooperation, such as development management, geography of environmental risk, and human security at the University of Bonn, it's a very interesting program which you can apply to, you also enjoy it. I have some friends under this program. There's Bonn International Graduate School for Development Research. So this is also it's a PhD program at the University of Bonn. You can also apply to this program. There's Sustainable Development Management. And there's also PhD program resourceness of sustainability transformation, Nextra. So these are TU Dresden and in Flores. So it's a PhD program for up to 42 months. So it's a very interesting program you can also apply to if you happen to be in the development cooperation field. Also, we have the engineering and related sciences. Here you have hydroscience and engineering. If you study anything related to that, is at TU Dresden. It's fully in English. You need to know so that you don't apply for a course in German. Like you see this second one, the textile and ready-made clothing technology. It's at TU Dresden and it's in German. It's in German, so you know you don't want to apply to such program if you don't understand the German language. You don't have high proficiency level in it. There's also Master of Engineering in Energy and Environmental Management in developing countries. You can also apply to this program. Is that you Flensburg? It's in English, and at the end of the program you get an M engine program, M engine at the end of the program, and it's for 24 months. And we also have the Master Resources in Environmental Management. For those in the field of environmental management, you can apply to that. It's at University of Hanover. It's also in English. You have an MSc, so you can see all the courses there. Also for regional and urban planning, you have the courses under it, urban and management. There's also the regional development planning and management courses at TU Dortmund, Technical University of Dortmund. So you find all those courses there. If you are also in the field of agriculture and forest sciences, these are also courses you can also apply to: tropical forestry, international PhD in agricultural economics, bioeconomy, and sustainable food systems. You can also apply to that, agricultural economics, tropical and, tropical and international forestry. So these are interesting fields which very lucrative, I must say, which you can apply to. And also, if you happen to be in the natural and the environmental sciences, there are courses such as MSc in marine biology and international studies in aquatic tropical ecology. These are the University of Bremen. University of Bremen, very close to, is in Bremen, and it's close to University of Oldenburg, because University of Oldenburg is in Oldenburg. And if you are studying there, you can always come to you can always come to Oldenburg as a student without paying anything. So there's also tropical hydrogeology and environmental engineering. There's MSc in trophy, and it's at TU Darmstadt. It's also in English language. It's in English language. It's for 24 months, and the deadline for application is 31st. There are also other courses which you can apply to: environmental governance. The environmental governance at the University of Freiburg. It's also in English language. You have the environmental and resource management, and it's at TH Cohn and Universidad. Okay, it's focused on Latin America, from those from Latin America that understand both English and Spanish, because the program is both in English and Spanish. So if you are in that if you're in that region, so you can always apply to that. So there's also medicine and public health. That's the Master of Science in International Health. There's Master of Science in Global Health. You can also, this is at the University of Freiburg. It's in English, and it's an MMSc program just for a year. But if you want to do a program for up to 24 months as a medical practitioner, a public health practitioner, you can apply for the Global Health Risk Management and Hygiene Policies. Is at the University of Bonn. It's in English, and it's an MSc program for 24 months. So, and the deadline for application is 15th of 12, 2022. There are also social sciences, education and law programs you can apply to. There's vocational education and personnel capacity building. It's at TU Dresden, but it's in German. So if you don't understand German, so it's better you don't apply for it. Then we also have the international educational management in EMA. That's a it's also in English. It's a PhD which Borg. It's in English, and it's an MA program. So all this you can always find them, and there's also the media studies, which is the international media studies. So all these courses, and they are very interesting courses which you can apply to. What you just need to do is, okay, visit this. I'll be attaching the link to this drive under the video description, so that you can also have it, and you can also check the DAAD portal. You can easily find it there, and from there you go into each of the institution and just check the criteria for their application. Very important is also the deadline, because you don't want to submit after the deadline. Then if you happen to want to select 3 courses, you can select 3 courses, fine. But just know that you must have enough enough work experience to be able to apply to these courses. If not, just apply to 1 or 2, then and expect a positive outcome from your application. I will I want to talk about 3 of all these programs, so you see how you can go about it. And first of all, I'll talk about the Smart Enterprise Promotion and Training Program. It's the one at the University of Leipzig, and it's a 1 year program, and at the end of the program you get an MBA, because it's more or less like a Masters of Business Administration. So you get an MBA at the end of the program. I also want to talk about the SURE program. That's the Sustainable Renewable Energy Technologies at the University of Oldenburg. This one, it's also in English language, and it's an MSc program. So, and lastly, I want to talk about the one on the International Health Program, the Masters of Science in International Health Program at the University of Heidelberg. It's English, and it's an MSc program for up to 12 months, and these are the application deadline. So the essence of this is just for you to have to an idea of how you should go about your application. So this is the first one. This is the first one, the Small Enterprise Promotion and Training. So first of all, you need to know something. In this application, your application is directly to the institution. The institution selects then they send their selection to DAD. DAD then award the scholarship. So you need to know about the admission process of the university which you're applying to, and you also need to know about the course focus, because this will help you in writing a captivating motivation letter and helping you to organize other part of your application, such as your CV and probably your recommendation letter and all. So you need to know about the institution also. So there are two documents which I'll also be putting, aside from where you have the list of application deadline. This I'll also be putting here. This is the it's like it's a brochure for the application for the DAAD-EPOS 2023-2024 application. So you also need to have this document and read. So for the small enterprise promotion and training program is at the University of Leipzig, and if you look at it closely, the course focus is mainly, as you can see here, we have our international MBA program specializing in small and medium-sized enterprise development. It's a postgraduate program that combines research with practice. First, you need to know that and you know that, okay, the 2-year program focuses primarily on economic issues that ranges from supporting small business, coping with survival, to promoting innovative, dynamic enterprises that can deal with intelligent decision-making tools and methodologies. So this is just telling you some of the things that the course is focused on, because you, during your motivation, writing your motivation, you should be able to connect what you currently, the problem you are currently facing, the task you are currently doing now, you should be able to connect that to what the program can afford you. So you will just be able to, like, it's just like a dot. Like, okay, I have two dots at both ends. One of the dots is the problem I'm currently facing, and the second part of the dot is the program. So you should be able to link what the course can offer you to the challenges that you've experienced in this field of your own study, in this field of your own profession. So that is one of the key important thing in this course for. So you should be able to read and digest everything under this course focus for each institution you want to apply to. And if you can look at this, the special issue addressed are the identification and innovation possibilities inside SMEs and their growth potential, as well as new concepts for promoting SMEs and generating positive multiplier effect on their business environment. So this is to put more context to what information you actually need. You understand? And also, just to give you some heads up that, okay, if you are accepted into this program, these are the things you get to learn. So you should be prepared that, oh, these are the things I'm going to learn, and all the challenges I'm currently facing, probably at work now, or some research topics or that I already have a focus on them through this program that I'm applying to. So you need to, under this course focus, you need to come there and really understand what the program will afford you. And they are also part of the courses you also learn about, okay, during the second semester, students can choose two of the three modules according to their own interest. So you get to know about this also, and you also know that, okay, the target group for the program, if you're already in anything related to business, economics, or you're working with SMEs, you should be able to apply to this program. And also, okay, the course language is in English. You already know that, like I mentioned earlier, and the requirements, just in your bachelor's in any of these rated field: economics, business studies, social, natural, or engineering sciences, and at least you should have 2 years of relevant work experience. And if we look at it closely, okay, you need a TOEFL of 79 on a high yield of at least 6.0, but you also need to check with the institution if they will accept medium of instruction from you, your university medium of instruction. You need to know. At the end of the course, you get an MBA, and it's a 22-month program. So for the application for that scholarship applicant, you should submit your application before 1st of October 2022 at the University of Leipzig. And if you can see here, we accept electronic copies of your application sent to this. So you submit all your applications sent directly to this. And if you have anything you need to clarify, you can still send it to this same email address for clarification. Probably before you submit your application to them, you can send an email to them to clarify. So if whichever program you're applying to, you just need to follow this same routine. So to the next program, which I want to talk about is the SURE program, which is Sustainable Renewable Energy Technology. So it's at the University of Oldenburg here in Germany. It's this program I'm currently on. It's a very interesting program. If you are an applicant that is interested in renewable energy, probably you have a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, in electrical engineering, or electrical and electronics, or electronics engineering, or energy engineering. This is a very good program for you to apply to. And what's the course focus? It's basically on renewable energy. Basically on renewable energy, and it's a 24-month program up to 3 years. At least you spend 2 years on the program, and where the core modules provide a solid foundation of scientific principle in all renewable energy technology within the framework of the lectures, seminar, labs, excursion. Very interesting program, I must say. Aside from the fact I'm on the program, it's a very interesting one. And overview of the modules. These are the different overview of some of the courses you get to learn, so you can have a first-hand experience with it. So who are the target groups? Basically, anyone in natural sciences, probably physics, probably um, energy science. As far as you're in the natural sciences, you can always apply, and you have interest in it, you can always apply. And you are an engineering, you have an engineering background, you can always apply also. But you should know that you must have a relevant work experience in that field if you're applying for the DAAD scholarship. So it's purely in English, yes, it's purely in English, and can also use a TOEFL score of at least, you have a TOEFL score at least 81 IBT. You understand? So you need a TOEFL of at least 81 or IELTS of band 6. So it's an international program. So different people, some Germans, people from Europe, Asia, Latin America, just name it, from America. They also come here also on the program. So it's a very international program, and there's also for the DRD scholars, you have 2 months for language class, which you do here in Germany. And for your application, you should submit your application before 15th of October 2022. That's the online application. And there's a technique. You need to first submit. The application is really through www. This uni assists, so they try to like do some grading and before um, final verification and grading by the main university in charge of the program. So once you go to this website, you read more about it and you get more detailed information about what you need to do, and all the payments and everything you need to do. And all candidates are required to apply online. You apply online and you upload all your documents directly. That applicant must, they've already put it here, you must upload the official that application form, which you which will show that, oh, you're actually applying for the DAAD scholarship. You understand? So, but if you are a self-funded student, your tuition fee is up to 1,000 euros per term if you are self-sponsoring yourself. So you just need to know that. And if you happen to have any challenge during your application and you need to make some clarification, you can send an email to this email address here, which is ppre@ul.de. So the person that will respond is Edu Nage. It is very, I must say, he's one of the administrative coordinator of the program. He's a really, he's a good man, and he definitely answer your call and answer your concern. So if you are here in safe hands. So if you have anything you need to clarify, you can ask. You can also ask in the comment section on the YouTube channel. So um, So you have, I can respond to some within my own capacity. But if there are anyone that I really want to ask specifically to the university, then you can just mail ppre at uol.de directly and get enough information from further information from Edunag. He will definitely answer you. And this are other, and if you are in this field of, if you can apply to sure, there's this other program which you can also apply to. It's called Energy and Environmental. Um, it's yeah, Energy and Environmental Management in Developing Countries. So this program is also, if you can apply for SURE program, it's also, you can also apply for this SESAM program. You understand? So you, and it's always good. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You can apply for at least two so that you have the opportunity to you should be flexible with your application. Just don't be too rigid and say you just want only PPRA and nothing. So it's always good you have other option, and this is also a very good option. So to the third one I want to talk about is the Master of Science in International Health. This is the University of at Heidelberg. So it's University of Heidelberg. So also if you are in the field of health, probably public health or medicine, this is a very good program you can also apply to. It focuses on poverty related health problems in low and medium income countries. So just for you to know, you just need to also go through the different cost focus. Like if you can see here, the cost view of direct aspect of health in many low income countries shows a need for improved health policy, more efficient organization and management. So as a student under this program, you get to learn about this, how it's been done at the international level, international health. These are the teaching approach, the structure of the course. You can also find everything here. So you can further read about the course focuses here, and you get to have a first-hand information on how you should go about preparing your document for the scholarship. And for that scholarship, for that scholarships are available for full-time programs. That's and Also, the scholarship are also available through KAD, which is also if another funding organization like the Catholic um, through DAAD. So it's they're also available for sponsorship. So I think if you're a Catholic or a Christian, you can also, they also have some criteria which you can always check up to see if you don't get it through JRD, probably you could get it through KAD. So those options are also available for you. It's in English language, and there are specific requirements you need. You just have a bachelor's or a master's already in the field, and you can reapply. And so for English proficiency, if you see, you need a TOEFL with minimum of 92 in IBT. Understand? So an IELTS minimum of band score of 6.5. So the degree you get is Master of Science in International Health, and usually the course is in September 2023, and you have, it's 12 months program, and prior to the program you get a 2 month the language course, that's the German course. So, and if you have any clarification for the application, they are available for full-time program. You need to visit this link and also check the deadline. Ensure that you don't submit after the deadline. And if you have any clarification, always mail. You can also mail this, send an email to this email address, and the MSc, you can send an email here to this email address, and you get response. And if you need any clarification. So now, irrespective of the course you want to apply, you just need to do the same thing. Go through this. Check, first of all, you check the course module. You check the scholarship module. Then you just check the brochure. So from the brochure, you get further information on how you should prepare your document. So the last part of this HISF webinar, I want to talk about your motivation letter, how you should go about writing your motivation letter, and how you should go about writing a motivation letter, and also your CV, how you should craft your CV. So for the motivation letter, the best way is just to start early. Like I always say, you should always start your writing very very early. And depending on the program of your interest, it could be one page, and it could also be two pages. So, but there's certain information you need to know and should be in your CV. First of all, you should write down your interest, why you want to pursue further studies in that field. You should be able to define that, and also you should write down the basic knowledge and the work experience you have in that field. So this speaks to the fact of your professional work experience, and you've been working in this field for up to 2 years, for at least 2 years, so you should be able to write down some basic knowledge and your work experience in the field. And the third point is that, first of all, third, provide some information about the following. That is, how will the program, what will the master's program offer you? So this you can easily get it from the course focus. From the course focus, which I showed earlier, you can easily get it there, and understand, then link it, then you link it to your own objective and the problem you are currently facing, probably at work or some of your research interests, and what will the course enrich you with. Here you can also get the information under the course focus too, or check the university website. Also, why do you want to study the course in that particular school? So here you should be able to give reasons on why why this course, and why this university. So you can just, but ensure that when you're answering this question, you should make relevant examples. You should, probably it might be because of a lecturer in your field that is in the university, or probably because of their research facilities, or probably because of their curriculum, or because of their syllabus, or because of an alumni that you so much respect and have gone through the course, and probably what the person is doing is in line with what you also want to do. So it could be anything. And one thing is just that you just to be very very genuine with your responses, very genuine. And fourthly, write down your study plan and career goals. Yes, you should be able to talk about your short term plan and your long term plan. Like, okay, in the next 5 years, what do you want to be doing? And for the rest of your life, what would you like to be doing? Also, that stem and things that will stem out of this program. So you should be able to link these different aspects of the motivation letter together. And I'll also show maybe one or two template for you. So, to the second one I also want to talk about today is the CV. We had series of lectures, series of on the HIS platform, where we talk about some CV. Although we still have plans to do more, so that you also know how to make a very good CV. So the CV you submit for this application are also very important aspect of your application. So you don't want to joke with it. Like I said earlier, you can use the Europass format for your CV excellently well. You can use the Europass format, and so your CV should be well detailed, yeah, and written in a chronological order. Very important. Your CV should contain the educational background, at least your work experience, and probably some of what you have on publication. But publication is mostly important for when you're applying for a PhD program. And you should have the following. There should be profile, educational qualification, professional experience, your skills and interests. Yes, you can add that. Some of your awards and honors, you can have that. Your publication, you can also add that, but not so mandatory. Some of the conferences and workshops you've attended, you can add that. Some MOOCs, yeah. Sometimes some MOOCs are very relevant to the program you're applying to. In fact, you can mention them in your motivation letter, just to show how you are knowledge driven. So you can also mention them. and professional affiliation. These are not so important, but leadership and volunteering experience, you can still add this, and references, since you are going to be submitting references separate from your CV, so you can leave this out also. So let me show you some templates which I have. Okay, for a motivation letter, I have this motivation letter which I said I was going to show you. It's the Segun Ajayi's motivation letter, which he published on some time ago. It's a very useful resources, and I'll put the link under the under the video description, and you can always find it online. Also, you can check him out on LinkedIn. He posts so many things. He's also a DAAD scholarship holder. So let me mention that he has also been a beneficiary of the scholarship. He's currently a lecturer in the UK. So he posts a lot about scholarship. So you can also use this in crafting your motivation letter. And trust me, it's very useful. It's a very useful material also, which you need to digest, understand it, and you find out that yes, it's a very useful tool. And first of all, your first paragraph, although you might not, it's not like it's 100% that you have to follow this sequence, but ensure that you answer at least almost all the questions, all the highlights that he already made in this scholarship, in this material. Why are you the best applicant? Why should you be selected? Answer this in your own way. That is, like I said, also you should talk about your past academic, your professional certification, or your professional experience, your skills in this field. You see, very important. Your second paragraph, you could also talk, okay, how will this program or scholarship opportunity shape the direction of your career? This is in terms of trying to say, okay, this program that I want to do, how will it benefit? How will it benefit from you? Like, it's also, I can also tie this to like connecting, okay, the challenges you have currently and what the program can afford you. Like, you're trying to like um, link the two together. So you identify a specific program in your location, what motivates you, identify specific values, and talk about your specific plan. So these are really crucial points which you want to put into your CV. And let's talk about for PhD specific. Okay, this might not be very important for you if you are applying for a master's. There's fourth paragraph, why the university. This is where you get to talk about the university, why you really want to go to university, and feedback. Okay, why the country? Yeah, you might also want to talk about the country which you want to go and study. Okay, Germany. Why do you want to come to Germany? Okay, they are so good in renewable energy. They have so many renewable energy development ongoing, and also, or is it in terms of medicine? Is it in terms of any part of engineering? Just mention it. Like, you should be able to give them, and in making some of all these points, try to give sometimes give statistics in terms of, but don't give too much of statistics. It can get boring sometimes, but give some statistics, and try to give exact. Don't be too, don't overpackage the statistics. You understand? Yeah, I hope you understand what I'm trying to point out. But you can give some statistics and relate your points to them. You understand? So also very, very important. So I have some important aspects of so there are some on the HISF Google Drive. You can find so many essays here, and I'll also put the link to the Google Drive there. So there are so many for motivation letter. If you need any sample, you can always go through any of them. We have so many here which you can use as a guide, but do not plagiarize any of all these essays. These essays have been used to win scholarships, so you definitely can just learn from them, and but not don't copy them and then say you want to submit. That's not professional, and that's not good. So you can check any of them out and also learn. And also for the CV, we also have some CV. So this is like one of the CVs we also have on the platform, and so you can also check it. This how the scholar is an Erasmus Mundus scholar. So you can also see one of the CV submitted for the scholarships, his personal statement, his formal education, further education, work experience and research experience, put some of his key additional information there in terms of publications he have been involved with, his conferences, seminars, some of the awards and honors, some of his membership. So you can have yours in any method in which you want. So under the section of CV templates, we have still have some other CVs which you can. There are also some CVs that are being shared on the group. So you can also benefit from it. So, as a summary, just to summarize everything, is that DAD scholarship is a very interesting scholarship you want to enjoy to come to Germany. And I must tell you, it's one of the best scholarship out there. In fact, if you are married and you are thinking of it, that you don't want to leave your wife, you don't want to leave your children back home, it's a very good opportunity for you that you can benefit from. That you can travel with your wife and your kids and down to Germany and set up another and have a good life. They can also be your wife can be working while studying while you are studying, and your children can also go to school and they also get some benefits, some tips from the scholarship as on scholarship body also. So it's something you really want to make use of. And so in order to so this is what I have for now, and we still uploading. We are still going to be uploading more videos, and we're still going to be talking about different scholarships and um, different on how to make a very good scholarship application. So, like I said from the beginning, my name is Kane Salami, and I'm currently a DAD scholar at here in the University of Oldenburg in Germany. And nice to meet you guys, and I hope to see more, um, to see more scholars, more DAD scholars from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Rwanda, from different parts of sub-Saharan Africa. We need more. We need more people here, and yeah, it will really be a good opportunity to have everyone on board. Yeah, bye, bye for now.